Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I'd do something different. As I was prepping one of my cars for the spring weather, for it to come out of storage, I heard a little bit of crackling in one of my speakers. So I thought I would check that out. And in that process, it made me think about doing this video, because if you have an older vehicle, and even the newer vehicles, but let's talk more about the older vehicles, you're thinking about maybe upgrading a speaker. I'm going to flip the video around. So, are you thinking about changing one of the speakers? Maybe you've got some crackling, maybe with age, the dome has cracked, and you want to change it out, or you want a higher fidelity sound than what came with your stock radio. What do? Typically what happens is you end up purchasing a speaker. Now, we're not using this speaker in this car. This is just for demonstration purposes, because I've checked mine out and my speakers are good. But typically when you buy a speaker, you're going to have this type of connection here, and then you're going to get yourself in the package some wiring. So you'll have the connectors that connect to the speaker itself, and then the back end of it is just a raw wire. Now, this is done this way because you would normally splice it into your wiring harness of the car. However, GM has a very specific connector that they use to connect the radios. And in some cases, like up here, I'll show you, there's our connector and the wire, and look how short it is. So how on earth would you splice into that without risking damaging the wire or not getting a good connection in it just because it's too short and too tight of an area? Well, there is a solution to that. On Amazon, of all places, because they've got a great selection now, we have found these connectors for this car. Now, this is a 1988 Pontiac Grand Prix, and here are the connectors available. So if you have that older, more classic car, there are parts out there. Now, if you're our American cousins, these connectors can be purchased at a lot of different auto parts stores in the US as well as online. In Canada, our auto parts stores don't tend to carry these parts, and Amazon becomes a great solution for them. So the GM connector, I'll bring it up a little bit closer so you can see the GM connector is basically this exact connector. What's nice with this is this will allow me to tap into, if I was replacing these speakers, tap into the GM harness, no splicing, no cutting wires, and if it's in a really tight spot as it is in this car, it's a simple plug and play option. And then on the opposite end, we have our speaker connections. So now you can go purchase that Pioneer, Kenwood, Kicker, whichever brand of speaker you prefer. Simply connect your speaker, plug it in to your car, and there you go. I will put a link in the video to this, to these connectors, and that'll help you also find other connectors. These are the GM connectors used in the mid-late 80s into, I believe, through the 90s. And they are, you can get a set of four for about $15 Canadian, and that's shipping included through Amazon. So if you're out doing a classic car restoration, maybe you have a car that you've had for a number of years, looking to upgrade those speakers, and you don't want to be splicing in, here's a great solution at a really reasonable cost. And then you could have yourself an upgraded system with still keeping your factory stereo in place so it has all that classic look. Anyways, wanted to say thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, found it helpful, please click the like button. Feel free to share with your friends. Please subscribe to the channel, as we are trying to grow this channel, and we'll try to bring you more tips on vehicles and parts as we're getting our vehicles ready for the spring. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.